What's up, everybody? It is Ebontis, and in this video we're going to be talking about the Vanguard Datapad Investigation Part 1. This is Week 1 for Edge of Fate, and we've got two datapads in Glassway, Inverted Spire, Battleground, Conduit, and Battleground Delve. We're going to start with the Inverted Spire. So as usual, just go to your portal. We're going to go to Fireteam, and just going to go down and actually select the specific thing that you're looking for. So go to Inverted Spire, and I'll head inside and show you where those are located. Alright, so one of the ones in the Inverted Spire will be right around this area. So you've been kind of working your way around the map. You drop down a couple levels from up there, and you're kind of getting down to where the tank is going to be. And if you just don't drop too fast, it's right on this platform below you. So one of the ones in Inverted Spire is right here. Alright, so the second data pad for Inverted Spire is after you make it through the 3 platforms you got to stand on, kind of in the 2 bunkers through the shield wall, which they completely redesigned this strike. And then down here, as you head up to kind of where we used to drop down and then launch across, check out this left platform, and you'll find your second data pad for Inverted Spire right here. Next, we'll do the Glassway. So while you're progressing through the strike, you'll have kind of a room back there that has the first shield where you got to kill a few enemies. And then you'll get here, you'll have the big kind of boss level enemy, and then a servitor that spawns depending on the level you're doing it at. And before you head through this tunnel to kind of the next area where there's a couple waves of enemies, right up here on your right-hand side is the datapad. So this is datapad number 1 with inside the Glassway, and I'll show you where number 2 is. All right, the second one in the Glassway is once you enter this area with kind of the big square opening and these platforms you've got to go between. When you kind of enter the room, you'll take out a few enemies that spawn, and if you head over here to the right, depending on how many enemies are still alive, right over here on this little ledge, you will find the second one. So this is both in the Glassway, on to the next activity. All right, so the next one we're going to jump to is Battleground Delve, and I'll show you guys where these two are at. All right, so the first data pad in Delve, it's actually like right when you load in, so don't go too far. You'll kind of load in up there, you'll hop down, and you'll actually start to cross towards the actual objective. You'll see the captain sitting up there and some enemies. Head over to the left, you've got this big pillar right here. Try not to get electrocuted, of course. But if you go behind the pillar, you'll notice there's a tree over here and then a small little shrub kind of thing. And if you work your way over here, you'll find your first data pad in Battleground Delve for week 1 right here. Now let me show you the second. Alright, this is going to be a little longer, but I just want to show you where it's at so you can keep an eye out for it. So within Battleground Delve, as I mentioned, when you come down the 2 tubes, you'll be progressing through the strike. You'll have 2 that you can fall down. They both take you to the same room. You're going to head this direction. Pretty normal progression as you work through. I may have cleared out some enemies here, so just kind of follow the path that I'm taking. Work your way under here. Crouch under this little rock area. And then keep working through. This is a longer run than I normally show you guys, but there's a reason I'm taking you guys over here. It just takes a while to go through all of this. And again, same thing through here. Keep progressing. All the way over. And then when you get to this area right here, so you got this little ledge here, you'll notice, because I've got my ghost on, and it's right over here. So before you head into the triangle, from the double tubes, one of your data pads will be right here, kind of buried in the grass. This is one of the harder ones to find, so hopefully this helps. On to the other one. Alright, so the final ones that we're going to get are Battleground Conduit. So when you start, you're actually going to load in kind of where the other Battleground ended, and it'll take you towards this kind of pipe to drop down. Once you get to this room, don't go down this bigger tube kind of in the center. That's a vertical tube. So go down the one at an angle, get to this little room, and if you look off to the left, you'll find your first data pad right over here. Now to the second one. Alright, for the second data pad in the Battleground Conduit, after you get done defending the ghost and kind of go around this wall, you'll see this big jump down, and if you just go between each side, pretty straightforward here, you'll work your way down. The data pad is actually down there, so just keep working your way forward so you don't fall in the radial area. And then once you've actually got a safe place to land, your last data pad will be right here. So this is everything that we need. And that should also complete Vanguard Datapad Investigation Part 1. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like below, leave a comment. Just say hello even if you want to, but you can support the channel with a subscription. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, wherever. Thank you guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.